All right, you have your ball, you have your chair handy. Let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Make a bigger movement. You can kind of just step side to side just a little bit. We're going to make those arms bigger. We're going to squeeze them open. We're going to round them forward. We're going to squeeze them open. We're going to do that a few times. Big movements. Then we're going to go one arm up, down, and around. Other arm up, down, and around. One more time each arm. And then both arms squeeze back and down. Give me your elbows and squeeze them open. Nod your head yes. And then relax. Step touch. You can go faster than I am. I'm taking it slowly. Or you can go my pace if you're feeling that way. In a moment, we'll take 2 steps to the right. I'll count it down for 4, 3. Here you go. Stay here in center, step touch. Let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Arms are here. We're going to squeeze back. We're going to add a toe touch in front. Really use those shoulder muscles, open that chest, bring it into a knee lift. And now we're going to pull those arms down. We're going to bring them up and over. You're going to twist that knee across your body. Bring your knee up to your waist. I'm not doing that on one side. In a moment, we'll stay on the right side and double time in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. And step touch. And again, we're going to go 2 steps to the left in 4, 3, 2. And you can go faster than I am. Stay here this time. We're going to bring those hands to the hips, toes in front. Bring those arms up, back, and down again. This time, we're having our hands a little higher. We're doing that same squeeze, but just a little just variation here. Then we add those knees. Up and over. We'll stay on the left and double time in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Last 2. Step touch only. Big arm swing. Wider stance, little lift. Last 2. Good. Bring those legs wide, pull those abs in. Tailbone tucks. We sit down and then we're going to send that tailbone back. Really exaggerate the squeeze of your shoulders. Stick that tailbone up. I forgot to wish you a happy love hangover day. Pull the belly button in, roll your tailbone under, roll those ribs to the sky, drop your chin. Inhale, open it up nice and wide, exaggerate that extension, round it again, and then extend it, and then pick up that pace a little. Hey, good wants to see you, babe. Come on. Good, just a couple more. Last two. Last one. Let's drop that right shoulder in, look up over the left. Back through center. Let's go the other way. One more time, back through center, right shoulder drops in. And through center, left shoulder in. I thought you might want to join us. Thank you. Back through center, extend that spine, hands to your heart, weight in your booty, weight in your heels, big deep breath in, and bring it up. Roll those shoulders out of your ears. Let's grab that chair. We're going to bring that ball between our thighs and then walk our feet in, trying to get a nice parallel position, not way out here. We're going to come up on those tippy toes. We're going to bend our knees, let them come forward, and then come up. And again, I'm doing a really small range of motion. You are welcome to make it a little more challenging. Up on those tippy toes, so from the side, you're not sticking that booty out. Those knees are coming a little bit forward. You're squeezing that ball. Good. Keep it going. Really give that ball an extra squeeze as you come up. Arms can do whatever you want. You can move both arms if your balance is okay. You can have one hand on that chair. You can do something with your arms, or you can scratch your head. Right. Thank you, Carol, for the entertainment. 4 more times. 3, squeeze that ball. Last 2 and last 1. Put your right foot down. Bring that ball so that's in front of your right leg and behind your left. Slide those right toes forward and bring them back up. So you might not need your chair at this point. And so again, you could add simple arms here. You could hold them here. You could come up and down. Couple more here. Very nice. Stay down. Woo, stay down on this one. Hold that. Hold. Extra work on that right quad and glute. And then bring it up. Let's come back to that parallel position. But this time, see if you could turn your feet out. So toes are out, heels are in. You're going to come up. You're going to bend the knees a little bit. Knees go out. And then you scoop up, right? Out and scoop. Out and scoop. You can do this flat-footed if you want, right? You can be up on your toes. It's up to you guys. And again, you can probably go a lot deeper. If you have so many issues, you don't have to, you can do this little petite bend. Otherwise, make it as challenging as you want. Beautiful. Bring it down. Weight on your left leg. Right leg goes in front. We're going to bend that left knee, tap those right toes, and come up. Bend and come up. And again, you are welcome to go deeper than I'm going. Feel that in that left quad and that left glute. You're there twice. Ah! 2 more times. Beautiful. Shift that weight onto that right leg again. This time you're going to reach that left leg to the side and squeeze it in. So inner thigh work. Squeeze it in and squeeze it in. Again, arm, whatever you want or nothing. Just 4 more. Last 2. And last 1. Shift your weight onto that left leg. Same thing this side. Reach with that right leg and stand up. Reach and stand. Hands can be still. You can lift and extend. Good. Keep it going. And last time, we're gonna stay here this time. I didn't do this on the other side or the first one, so hang, 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 and then come up. All right, this time my right leg goes in front, left leg behind. Point those left toes, bend into that right leg as if you're gonna stretch and drop the ball, and then squeeze up and in. Reach and squeeze up and in. Now, if you want extra challenge on this, that extra challenge comes from extending one arm, opposite arm, or both arms when the leg goes back. So you've got that long lever, right? Same arm, both arms, opposite arm, totally up to y'all. But you would really feel this one in that right glute, I think and hope. You can do no arms. Just a couple more. Good, and this one will hold back. Reach with that back leg and then stand it up. And now let's do the other side. So we're gonna walk forward with the left leg, behind with the right. We're gonna bend that left knee, stretch that right leg back and come up. And again, you have those options, one arm, same opposite arm, whatever, both arms, totally up to y'all. Reach as you bend. Keep it going for me, please. Really sit into it if you can. And hold this one, reach, 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 and bring it up. All right, shake all that out, give yourself a little stretch. And then we're gonna bring that ball behind the left leg. We're standing up nice and tall, so your chair is there to support you. Abs in, tailbone tucked under. Can you take that knee farther back than your right knee? Bend the right knee just the littlest bit and push back with your left leg and squeeze up. So you're gonna push back and squeeze up. Push back and squeeze up. Hamstring work. Abs in, spine tall. Good. This time, I want you to stay there, squeeze your knees so they touch. Give me hamstrings only, double time it. Squeeze that ball. And stay upright. We're going to flare that leg to the side and bring it down. Flare it up and bring it down. Have a gentle bend in that right knee for me, please. Leave that leg up there this time. Give it a hamstring curl. Down, up, curl. Down, up, curl. Two more. Hold it up there, hamstring, double time it. And relax. All right, we'll stretch those out in a minute. We are going to do the other side first. I don't know if this is going to happen on this side, guys, so we'll see. You can grab that ball behind the right leg, then that left knee. Fall through that spine. We started with that push back, squeeze up. Push back, squeeze up. Push and squeeze, push and squeeze. We're going to hold it there. We're going to double time that squeeze. Make sure those knees are squeezed together and relax it. Now we flare to the side. Just simple flare. Come on up, love. Good girl. Good girl. And now we add that squeeze at the top. Lift it up, hamstring curl. 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 Leg to the side. Squeeze, lift and squeeze. Almost there. Leave it up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and give it a really quick little stretch before we do that next one. So we're going to step out with that right leg, bend the left knee, sit your tailbone back, long spine, flat spine. So leg and spine are long. Pull those toes up, roll them back down, bend the knee, roll it up. Same thing, left leg, step it out, bend that right knee, hinge, roll those toes up, flat back, roll it down, and bring it up. All right. So now, I can't move my chair because, it's occupied. Flat spine, flat back, fall behind that left thigh or left hamstring, right? We're going to squeeze the ball in and then push to the sky. Squeeze in and push. Little bend in that right knee, long flat spine. You can go farther out. I'm not going to move my chair, but you could have straight arms if you wanted, but I'm moving that far away. Good, 2 more. Leave it at the top, hamstring, pulse it. And bring that up. And again, we'll stretch in just a second, but let's go ahead, put that ball behind the right leg. Flex through that heel, flat spine, abs are in, left knee is bent. We push, we squeeze in and we push up. We squeeze in and we push up. Squeeze in and push up, in and up. Almost there. And now pulse it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And bring that up. All right, we're going to stretch it out. Let's do that left leg first. So bend the right knee, take your left ankle across, sit into it, stick that tailbone out, arch your spine, open up that chest, and round it under. Keep that right knee bent, stick it out again, round it under. One more time, stick that right booty out, roll it under, stand up. Left leg is in front, arms going to spin to the right. And back up. Let's take that right ankle across the left thigh, tailbone is out, squeeze those shoulder blades together, open that chest. Round it under, extend it out again, round it under, extend it out, cross right over left, arms can come up and over to the left, hips to the right. Beautiful. Bring that down, shake it out. We're going to head down to the ground. Bring your ball with you. And we'll start with a little bit more booty work. Actually, you know what? Let's start sitting up for a second. If your heart rate was up, give it a chance to come down a little bit. So support yourself with that ball right at your tailbone and sacral area. Shoulders back and down. Bring your head so you tuck and bring those ears right over those shoulders. Shoulders out of your ears, nice and open. Think about flipping open those arms like we did before, and then you can lower them as you hinge back a little bit, getting the support of the ball. Exhale, roll up, but don't lose the ball. Inhale at the top, exhale back, inhale, hold, and just keep that movement. And if you want, you can always add arms in cactus, right? You could add arms into a T. You could add your arms into a V for a little more challenge when you go back. Make sure you always lower them before you come back up. Or for the most challenge, you could reach those arms overhead in an I position, we'll call that, right? So it's up to you, moving through your spine, doing something with your arms when you're at the back for extra challenge if you want, lowering your hands before you move, inhaling at the top. So just keep that going a few more times. Good. On this one, I want you to stay back and I want you to lift your left leg up into tabletop. Right? Try and get the knee right above the hip. Just a little extra challenge here, but notice if you caved in your chest, lift that up and then extend those arms out to the side. And then if you can, reach that left leg towards the sky. Should be a lot of, or a decent amount of challenge here. And now I'm going to ask you to rotate to your left. Hold, hold, hold. Bring that down. Come on up. Hinge back. Pull your abs in. Bring your right leg into tabletop. And then you're going to extend that up. Hold here, and then if you can, rotate toward it. Very nice. Bring that down. Just a little fun there. There might be more of that later. All right. As you're coming down, we'll get to that booty in a second, but let's just go ahead and move that ball so it's right between your shoulder blades. You guys know this one. One of my favorites, the negative to neutral. So I'm going to take my fingertips to the edges of my skull. But I'm going to let my elbows reach toward the ground. Some of you, they might touch, some of you maybe not. Chin nods, yes. Back of the neck is long. Deep breath in. On the exhale, squeeze those ribs down against the ball. Inhale at the top. Or sorry, inhale to open back up again and exhale to close the ribs. Your chin is staying in the same alignment, right? So it's not going to lift up and down. It's going to stay just a little bit tucked here. If you want to make this a little more challenging, you create a longer lever. First, you could do it by crisscrossing your wrists and elbows reach to reach above your head, right? That puts a little more weight above your head. Or you can lengthen out your arms and create that very long lever. But just don't forget that we're still trying to do that negative to neutral. Negative, head below your heart, neutral, forehead parallel with the ceiling. A few more here. And relax. Now we're going to bring that out from under us, and now we'll go to that additional booty work. So you're going to lie down, and you're going to put your feet on the ball. Arches kind of arch over the ball. Toes forward, heels down, knees together, right? They're going to want to flare, so let's keep them together. Keep some weight in your toes, not just up with your toes, and then lift up. Now, that might be enough to stay here. If you want to see that unstable environment, lift your hands off the ground and see how that is, right? And then you could do a little roll forward and back if you want to work those hamstrings a little more. Or you could lift and lower the hips an inch or two. And then relax down. Roll the ball so it's underneath your left foot only. And then this time, let's do it so that your foot looks like that. Your heel is at the back of the ball and your toe is pointed to the sky. You're going to bring your right leg either straight up or in tabletop, up to you. and lift up. And now you should really feel that in that left glute and hamstring. So you are welcome to stay here, isometric contraction, or you could poke a hole in the ceiling with your right toe, not literally, or you could lower down and then lift up. Lower down and then lift up. So you either poke a hole or lower down and lift up, or you do the whole thing, poke a hole, come through center, all the way down, all the way up. Notice if your left leg wants to flare to the left, right? Try and keep that knee directly straight. You have just a few more of these. You should feel these. Come down. We'll stretch that in a minute. Let's put that ball underneath your right foot this time. And again, the heel is down and the toe is up, left foot on the ground. And we lift, oh, sorry, that left leg was up in the air, wasn't it? Lift it up. So again, options, poke a hole in that ceiling, or lower all the way down and lift up. Look at that right knee, make sure it's staying in alignment. Keep that going for me. Hopefully you feel this in your booty and hamstring. And relax. We're going to give those a quick little dose of love. So ball behind the left knee, squish that together, pull it in, and then flex through that heel, press up, and give me a circle. Put that down. Bring that ball behind your right leg, give it a squeeze. Flex through that heel, extend it, reach it, and bring that down. All right, let's take that ball. This is our kinesthetic feedback. So we put the ball on top of us, and that lets us know if it's going to roll around. Two options. You either hollow out your abs so that the ball sits in that bowl of your pelvis, or if that doesn't happen for you, try and put it on your ribs and keep the ribs down. So either one, and then the legs come into tabletop for toe touches. So as always, it can be a single leg toe touch. It could be a single leg heel flex. Both legs could squeeze together. Head, neck, and shoulders are down. You can do this with both legs together, heels flexed. You could open those knees into a little bit of a V. If you want to add on, you could extend those legs straight and either do a single leg lower or double leg lower. Longer lever, more challenge, totally up to you. Beautiful. Ooh, bring that in. Take a quick break. And then bring that ball onto the fronts of your ankles. You're holding it with your fingers. Do try and keep it at your ankles, elbows wide, forehead towards your knees. Exhale, roll like a ball without kicking the ball across the room. And stay up this time. All right. We're going to do some side planking. So spin over, give yourself extra support if you like under your elbow. You know which version of side plank works best for you, whether it's on your sides of your thighs with a crisscross at your lower leg or stacked up. Let's protect this shoulder by pushing it back, lifting up out of it. Pull those lats in and create space between your ear and shoulder. And then when you're ready, come on up in your side plank. Take that ball where it just touches some part of you, and this is that tap release, right? You let the ball know you're there, then you get off of it. Tiny move. Don't want you to feel this a lot in your shoulder. And relax. Now, The next one is, of course, the balance with that ball underneath your feet. If that feels like too much to you, then you're gonna go right back to that one. If you're gonna do the balance, you wanna put your bottom leg on first with a lot of space for your top foot, and then come up into it. And relax. All right, we get to do those things at the other end. So as you are ready, bring that ball in front of you, push the shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage those lats, create space between your ears and shoulders. Come on up, put that ball where it just touches you, and we tap and lift. Good, keep going. Beautiful, bring it down. We're going to take that ball, if you want to do the balance, otherwise go right back to that one. Put it on your bottom leg, around the ankle, leave a lot of space for your top leg, bring it up, and then you have your side plank there. And gently down. All right, let's pivot over onto our abs. Leave the ball out in front of you for now. Hands are going to be on top of that ball. And then we're going to press down to lift ourselves up. Try and keep your head in line with your spine as if you're diving into the water. Toenails are down, but kneecaps are lifted. And then let's roll the ball back by using our shoulder blade movements, not by pushing down and arching up, right? Come down, deep breath in, press down, squeeze it back. You might lift up a little bit, but I'd like you to really focus on the shoulder blades doing most of the movement. And relax. All right, we're going to come up. We're going to put that ball underneath our belly button, and we're on our forearms, shoulders out of our ears, and then we're just going to choose whichever form of a forward plank we want. And if we're on our toes, we're going to see if we could roll that ball forward and back a little bit. And relax. All right, you have the option to do that one again, or if you want, you can put that ball underneath your ankles or underneath your toes or top of the foot and come up into your forearm plank. You can try a little pike if you want. Few more of those, or whatever hold you're doing. 5 more seconds or 5 more pikes. Actually, 10 more seconds or 5 more pikes. Pikes. What's a pike? A plank and a pike is a plank. Sorry. Okay. And then come on down. Why don't you guys push back into your resting position? Let your hips sit back on your heels, like a prayer pose or a child's pose. You know what that is. Shell stretch in Pilates. Take a few breaths there. Open up your back area. And then come on all the way over onto your spine for me, please. Relax down. And we'll do one last little challenging if you want to make it so. We're going to bring those legs tabletop. Ball is in between your hands. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, extend the arms and legs. Squeeze the ball. And then just tap the knees. So double leg stretch, right? Or option to then not just pull your knees in, but keep your knees where they are, but go up and put the ball a little lower on your leg and then extend. Then go up and get it, right? Or for the big challenge, you keep your knees in tabletop, you go up, you roll the ball down to the ankles, back to the knees, and then extend. So I'm going to pause there. You're going to keep going. You're going to do 6 more of whichever version you want to do. Remember, head, neck, and shoulders aren't coming up and down. If you go get the ball, they come up, but then they only come halfway down. But don't bring your knees into you. Go get it. Go get it. Don't bring them. You go get it. When you've done that last one, go ahead, take a break. And you'll bring that ball behind your right leg. We're going to tuck it in, pull it right behind that knee, and we're going to use the ball to help pull that thigh down onto your rib cage and maybe flip that foot up in the air a little bit. We're going to circle through that ankle, maybe point and flex. We're going to roll that ball up, up, up to your ankle. We'll flex and point. We'll circle. Then we're going to straighten out that left leg and flex through the heel. We're going to bring that right leg over and we're going to bend the knee and let the knee land on the ball. So a little extra space for a twist. Should be much more gentle on that top hip. So therefore, let's get both sides of the chest open. Come back through center, put the right foot on the ground outside of the left thigh and let it drop open. And then we'll slide that left leg in. We're going to bring the ball behind the left leg, point and flex and circle that ankle, and then close down on the ball. And let's close the gap with that right leg. Give it a hug and pull it over to your left shoulder. If you like to stick with that hip stretch, stay there. If you want the twist, then go ahead and let those knees drop all the way over to the left. And then we'll pivot back through center, uncross your legs, and the ball should be right where you need it behind that left knee. Hug it in, try and get that thigh right up against that rib cage. Flex that heel to the sky, maybe play with your tootsies for a moment. And then we'll extend it up, point and flex and rotate. And then we're going to straighten out that right leg and flex through the heel and let that ball come over so that we can land on it so that as we get that twist, that left shoulder actually stays close to the ground or on the ground. And then as we come on back through center, we'll cross that left ankle over the right thigh and lift that right leg up, bring that ball behind the right thigh, press that leg open. We're going to bend that down, left knee over right up. Did we circle that right ankle? And then hug all that in. Pause with that beautiful hip stretch if that's good enough, or if you want a little more, let those knees drop to the right, please. And then again, we'll come back through center. Take a nice long stretch, and then however you want to get there, meet me over on your hands and knees, please. Let's undulate that cow heart, cow cat a little bit. So hands are out front, roll it forward and round it back. Beautiful. Square everything up, bring your hands underneath. Let's tuck those toes, press it up. Feel free to pedal those heels out if that would feel good. Wide stance, nod yes and shake no. Bend your knees so we can go through another cat and another beautiful cow. Open that chest, big deep breath in. And we'll curtsy. And again. Thank you.